Hello everybody, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I am so excited for today's video. As you guys saw by the title, we'll be playing with the best, I was gonna say new, but I'll just be like the best drugstore makeup so far 2024. I don't know, the best drugstore makeup recently. You'll see. I'm sure you saw the thumbnail too. I'm sure there are products in there and you guys get the gist of what I'm saying. First, if you guys like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button. Without further ado, let's just get started. Literally, I'm trying to, it's just describe it because, like, you guys know how the makeup world works. Nothing's new after like a month. There's so much new coming up, and so it's no longer new, but all these products are newer, I should say. Like, they have to be like within the last month or two. Like, they're not old products. And so that's what I wanted to like kind of focus on, newer products that I think are just so freaking good from the drugstore that you need in your life. Like, genuinely, you need them. And if you're like, you know, looking for new products to purchase, whatever it is, I say like add these to your list ASAP. Add these to your list ASAP Rocky. Okay. This one doesn't count. I'm just using it though as a buddy. The product I am going to use is, of course, the e.l.f. Bronzing Drops. So I have the shade Pure Gold here. I love, hold on. You gotta make sure it's facing like down a little bit. I love these bronzing drops, and I understand, like, I feel like I always mention this because I've seen so many people who are like, what's the point of bronzing drops? And I'm like, for me, I wish I would have shown you earlier, but you can see like my chest and my arms, very like tan, but you can see like my cheeks not giving the same vibe. You can see that like my face is a little bit lighter, and just like not as tan bronzed, honestly, golden, sun-kissed, and you know, obviously you wear sunscreen on your face, and stuff like that, so it makes sense, but I mean, I wear sunscreen on my body, but you know what I mean, like, I'm more, what is the word? I don't know how to explain it. Okay, so it makes sense that your face is so light, like face is lighter than your body, but sometimes I want it to be like that golden bronze, and so I feel like the bronzing drops are like perfect for that, especially underneath makeup, because I feel like if your face already starts off lighter and you wear a foundation, I just like, it's not giving the right vibe, in my humble opinion. And I know that like sounds crazy, but for me, I would rather start off like this, so like very bronzed, you know what I mean, and then you kind of even it out with foundation and that kind of stuff. Like, I feel like it's a whole system that works together, and then my skin looks so bomb at the end. Please tell me if that doesn't make sense, like if I did not explain that really well, because it makes sense in my head, but I know not for everyone. I feel like if you're looking to literally bronze up your skin, that's what bronzing drops are for. I would never wear this on its own. I mentioned that, and I know a few of you have been like, girl, I tried that, and yeah, don't do it. So I would not wear it on its own, because you can see it's not like the it looks like you got a bad fake tan. You know how like some people don't like fake tan their face? Yeah, because it looks crazy, but I think the whole vibe of it looks so good under foundation. And so I'm just saying, you can mix it with like your moisturizer, your primer, whatever it is. It looks so good, and I think it's one of the best products that come out, because honestly, I was never gonna buy bronzing drops or whatever, and then until e.l.f. did it, and I was like, okay, wait, they're cheap, and then I could just try it, figure out how I like it, and this is how I like it. And so hopefully that made sense. If not, I'm so sorry. I'm not gonna lie, we have a few e.l.f. products. Next, we have the e.l.f. Soft Glam Satin Foundation. I know so many people are just obsessed with this. I have the shade 32 Medium Neutral. Everyone's obsessed with it for a great reason. What? It makes sense that so many people are obsessed with it, because this foundation is literally so freaking bomb. It's not even funny. I think it is just so beautiful. It's definitely, I want to say, on brand, like with what people are wearing. So I'm just gonna do like 1/2 so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about here. But you can see how it like makes my it like blends in with the bronzing drops a little, where you could see the glow, a little bit of bronze, but it just looks a lot more put together with the foundation. Does that make sense? Okay, enough of the bronzing drops, Marissa. The foundation is just literally so stunning. It's so like it looks so perfected, and I think it's so beautiful. I wonder if it like puts it into It says get a buildable, just right coverage and a long wearing satin finish with the hydrating finish that's anything but basic. I mean, you can see, like, honestly, look how incredible that looks. I love a good satin foundation, dude, because I feel like if you put on a more glowy primer, it can kind of lean more glowy, but if you put on more of, like, a just, like, a natural finish, whatever, it'll work kind of what you're working with, but it still looks beautiful, even if, like, you're wearing something more matte, because it's not going to dry out, and so I think that this foundation is literally stunning, but you can see how, like, close it matches to the rest of my face and my arms and stuff. I think it's like a perfect system we got going on. But if you're not sold on this foundation already, I mean, like, look at it. It is incredible. And it's so affordable. Yeah. And it doesn't have the weird smell that the other one did. I think it genuinely is, though, also like the perfect coverage, because it's not too much, not too little. It's like the perfect amount. I feel like it's like a medium, like a, I want to say like a soft medium coverage. I just be making up stuff here. But I feel like it's like a comfortable natural finish. I mean, sorry, comfortable medium coverage. Because you could still, like, there's breathing room for sure. And it's not like thick or anything like that. The formula is very, very genuinely very lightweight. There's still breathing room, but it definitely does obviously cover like what you want it to cover. And so I feel like it's the perfect, it genuinely is like the perfect coverage. And I've tried so many high-end foundations. I don't know why I love high-end foundations, and this one honestly is just up there, if not better than some of those foundations. So just saying. Okay, I'm going to do a couple things and I'll be right back, because some of these products are just like they're old news. These are genuinely not new. So it's fine. It's cute. Alright, I did want to mention too, I always forget to like mention brushes and stuff, and I know sometimes you guys ask, like, what brush are you using, but I always forget. For the sponge I was using, this is always, not always, but this one, when it looks like this, it's the Sonia Kashuk sponge. So they're so affordable. I think they're like $5 for one, or like a pack of 2 for like $8. Super affordable. I used it for foundation and my bronzer today. It's like the best sponge, and then it's massive, so it doesn't take too much time to do your full face. I love those sponges. If you're ever looking for like affordable brushes or like cheaper brushes, the Morphe and Ariel brushes, I know, are like super hyped. Everyone loves them, but for a good reason. They're so good. And he has like foundation brushes, eyeshadow brushes, like the whole nine. So honestly, I love those. And then I wanted to mention these because I had recent favorite find are these little e.l.f. powder puffs. They have like the little baby ones for like under eye, and then like the big ones for like powder to set your whole face. I love these little guys, and they're super like cute before you obviously get powder all over them. So those are a great option too if you're curious, all from the drugstore. Alright, let's go in with some cream blush. So I, of course, have to go with the Colourpop new Weightless liquid blushes. I have 2 shades here, and honestly, like, if I could have the whole collection, I would, like, literally die. I want to go buy more. And you can also get these at Ulta, too, now. Yes, you can. Again, $10. Like, not a, like, honestly, an incredible price. These colors, so I have the shade Thanks and Culver City, and I feel like they are so similar, like you don't need both, but we're just gonna mix them today and see what happens. Like the packaging is cute, the formula is so beautiful. I've been wearing them back and forth like non-stop, genuinely, because I feel like they just look so pretty. So even like when I do like my no makeup days, or like when I'm only wearing like a foundation and like a blush, it's reaching for this one over and over, because I think it just looks so beautiful, so juicy, so supple, like you kind of bite it, but it looks so natural. Like it doesn't look like you know what I mean? I feel like it's so workable, so foolproof. I've used it with, now this is the first time I'm using it with the sponge, but I've used it with brushes and they always look good every single time. And so honestly, like a sponge works too, because these look incredible right now. I just think you cannot go wrong. They're so beautiful. I would have to say, like, obviously they're very glowy and like very dewy. So if you have oily skin, I don't know, because obviously like the blush is not the first layer of like product, because you're putting it on, like, if you have oily skin, it's probably going to go on a matte base and a matte foundation. So I don't know how usually that works, but just keep in mind it is pretty glowy formula. But I love it. I love it. Can't get enough. I think I want to add a little bit more. I won't add a little bit more because we have a powder blush that I'm going to share with you, so we won't add more. Okay, so I just set my face, and then now we're gonna go with some bronzer. Some powder bronzer, I should say. We, of course, have the NYX Buttermelt bronzers. I have the shade Butter Off, and it is a little bit deep for me. So I always say this, but I like to mention it in case we're shade twins or you're looking for a shade recommendation. I would go a shade down. Not my Fitbit. I forgot I was wearing that. So sorry. I would go a shade down because I feel like it is a little deep for me, and these are super, super, I don't want to say overly pigmented. They're definitely like blendable, workable. Like they're not gonna be too pigmented, I should say. Like you can make it work, but like they're pigmented enough that a dark shade is gonna look dark on you. Yeah, know what I mean? But they blend out so easily, and the color is so stunning. I don't know why. I just love the bronziness that it gives. Put way too much over there. I love the bronziness, and so I don't know, because I love the blush formula too, which we'll talk about in a second, but something about the bronzer I just am obsessed with. Like, I love the formula. I think it is so beautiful. I just inhaled, like, so there is a bit of kickback, and then it's scented. It smells like summer. But I just inhaled it, and so don't recommend doing that. But it's just so pretty, so that's all I'll say. But don't get a bad shade. If you get a shade too dark, it'll be too dark. Like, there's no denying that, you know? They're pretty true to color, I should say. Love that. Again, look at it, just all matches so beautifully. I love that for us. Alright, next we're gonna go in with the Butter blushes. Like I said, the shade for the Butta. This is just a lighter, like, I don't know. It's like hard to describe this color because it looks so weird. I'm not gonna lie. But then on the cheeks, it's very, I don't know. I don't want to say different. It's just a hard color to describe because it's not pink. It is, I guess, mauve-y pinkish, but it's not like purpley mauve. I also need to wash my brushes, so keep that in mind. Okay, I just blended it out a little. Just needed a little help here. All in all, I know these are pretty hyped products, but I definitely think they are 100% worth the hype. And there are so many colors in both, so good. These are so cute too. Alright, next let's set this face. We're gonna go with the e.l.f. Power Grip Dewy Setting Spray. One of the best e.l.f. products in the history of e.l.f., number one. Number two, one of the best drugstore products, if not, like, I don't know, like, if not the best drugstore product in a long time. Like, I think drugstore makeup is obviously so good, and again, for the price, this is one of those products that you can put anyone's name on this. You could put Charlotte Tilbury's name on this, and it's incredible. It is so good. It would be worth every single freaking penny. This setting spray is so good. I always say this, but I feel like it is very, very similar to the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. I know it's supposed to dupe the Milk Power Grip, but I've been using the Charlotte Tilbury. I've never used the Milk one, or I can't remember really. But I feel like these are so similar, where they leave your, like, melt your makeup into the face, almost leave like this softer kind of finish to it. You can see like a little bit, I don't want to say glowy because it's not like overly glowy, but definitely more hydrated finish, I should say. It's not going to be matte, it's not going to dry your skin out, but it's also going to make your makeup last all day. Stop. We need to talk more about this. This is so good. Obviously, I have not used a lot, but I know it's so good. It is so good. Oh my gosh. While we're setting stuff, we're going to set my brows with the Maybelline Super Lock Brow Glue. I love this stuff. I definitely think it is super lock. Like, your brows are not going anywhere. The drugstore has had a lot of brow gels come out recently, and so I need to, first of all, wow. And so I bought a few of those, but this one I just am obsessed with. I need to finish that thought. So that was the end of that thought. Next, I also need to buy like a new drugstore pencil because I've been talking about it for literal years and I have not. So after this video, I'm going to look and see. I feel like brow pencil though is so annoying to buy, but I need to buy a drugstore one because I always use the AOA Studio one, which is annoying. It's a good brow pencil and it's $1, but you can only get it from Shawn Massey's website. So, by the way, all the other products that I'm wearing that I'm not mentioning will be down below as well, and they are all drugstore, so. First, I did the world's most basic eye look, but I did use the Morphe. It's the Nude Ambition eyeshadow palette. I really wanted this when it came out, and I wanted to mention it because I don't talk about it a lot. I think that if you're going to use the products, the quality is good, the formula is good, and the palette is good. Like, it's a great palette. It's a great color story. I just know for me, like, I don't use the shimmers really. And so obviously today I use like the mattes, and I love the mattes. I think it's so easy, so beautiful. But I wanted to give it a mention because I know it's newer. So I feel like this is genuinely, obviously, I know that's so obvious. Like, obviously if you're going to use it, then buy it. But if you're not going to use it, don't buy it. But I feel like sometimes it's like one of those things that if you buy a palette and you're like, I don't know if I'm going to use it, it may inspire you to use those colors more or whatever it is, because of the formula or like the color story, whatever it is. Like, when you get it, it may inspire you to use them more. And so I can understand like that kind of perspective where it's like, I don't know if I might use it because they're beautiful, you know what I mean? And so I just wanted to mention this one because it's the formula is superb, and I do love the matte tones. I think they're so stunning. I just wish it was probably an or mostly matte palette, you know? But it's affordable, it's good, it's fresh. I also obviously have one mascara on, one side of mascara on. It's like so hard to see, oh my gosh, but I love this mascara. There we go. It's a little better. I just got to get like a little closer. But this is the L'Oreal Panorama Mascara. I think this is definitely one of the best mascaras that came out recently. Again, obviously at this point it's pretty old. And I think L'Oreal, but obviously L'Oreal has the crown of best drugstore mascaras, I feel like. I don't know, I have some other great ones, but freaking nobody was going to tell me, like truthfully no one was going to tell me. I had to find out by myself and find out that it was sold out. Ulta did a bunch of freaking like favorites kits, like versions of Sephora favorites kits. Ulta did a couple, and I know Ulta's done like kits like this in the past. But the one that I wanted, which is the Glow Getter sampler kit, it comes with like a Morphe continuous setting spray, NYX brow glue, a Rem beauty product like Laura Mercier, NARS, ELF, Real Techniques. It comes with so much stuff for $29, and it's sold out, and I'm like, y'all wasn't gonna tell me. And so I don't know if there's a way to like get notified. Not available in any stores. I'm so gutted. But there is a mascara one that I was looking at. So it comes with like Milani, Essence, L'Oreal, Tarte, a bunch of mascaras. Anyway, I was so sad. I was like, what? Anyway, so you guys know L'Oreal is just like, their mascaras are 10 out of 10, and so this one is no different. Alright, almost done, guys. I have to again give credit where credit's due. I think some of the best lip products, can I grab that? Some of the best lip products that came out this year, that came out recently, that have been out, some of the best ones have to go to Colourpop. And this So Juicy line is, oh my gosh, so freaking bomb. My lips my lips always look so good, so juicy, so plump. I'm not one, like, I love my lips. They're not like too plump, but they're not like super thin either. Like, I feel like they fit with my face, I should say. And I love them. And then when I wake up in the morning, sometimes they're like extra juicy. Anyway, I like to just make them look glossy and like plump, but I don't need them to necessarily look big or anything like that. And so I don't need like the lip injection big plump thing. So these two are a little bit tingly. This one's more like cooling aspects, but in the end they do make your lips look so juicy, so voluptuous, and they look so good. So we're gonna go in with the lip liner, the So Juicy lip liner in the shade Tease, which you guys know I've been wearing like non-stop. Look how stunning. I have heard though that people who like a more like matte, long-lasting lip liner. I don't wear lots of lip liners, so I heard people who are like very strict about their lip liners don't love this formula because it can it's not gonna dry down like matte or anything like that. It's still pretty juicy, so it may move if you're someone who's like drinking a lot or like, you know, whatever, doing a lot. But to each their own. But I can like feel it now, so it is like, again, tingling a little bit, but it's not painful. Then we're gonna go with the So Juicy Pumping Gloss Balm in the shade Dough. I knew that. I don't know why I checked. I just want to make sure, I guess. Need I say more? Need I say more? I don't think so. I don't think so, but we are still going to go in with the So Juicy Plumping Glossy Lip Oil in the shade It's a Date, which I think there's more in the So Juicy line, which I need to get. My only gripe with these, if you guys have saw my last video, is that when you pull it out, if you pull it out too fast, if the gloss goes everywhere, so you gotta kind of be slow with it, but the like stopper is a little too small for the doe foot. But I love the doe foot, love the formula, love the finish. Like, stop, look how juicy. I'm obsessed! Oh my gosh, I just like, that's the thing, like, obviously, you know, we love makeup all for different reasons, and I know a lot of people are like, oh no, cover up who you are, but I just love to, like, I love to look put together, and so I feel like makeup always, like, when it comes together and it looks so stunning, it's like the perfect feeling. It makes me feel so good, so confident, so beautiful, and so, like, my makeup has been looking so good recently, and I'm like, thanks to a lot of these products, I'm not gonna lie, and it's just made me feel so good. I'm like, you know, feeling myself. You know what I mean? And so that's the idea here, though. That's the idea for me with makeup, is to grow your confidence in yourself, and, yeah. So if you've not checked out these products, I absolutely would. Not sponsored or anything like that. Never in my life. I'm genuinely telling you from the place in my heart. These products are so good. So anyway, we made it to a shorter video. That is it though for this video, guys. Let me know your favorite drugstore products. I'm gonna buy a brow pencil right now from the drugstore, so please don't hate me. I'm looking right now, so then we can obviously use brow pencils when I do these videos. So yes, I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.